Welcome to Here We Go Again, featuring Sergio the Sexy Potato.
And Susan, Nurse Hot Stuff.
And welcome everyone to this first episode of Here We Go Again, a variety podcast that is going to be about everything.
Anything,
anything, and all things in between. I am Sergio Barrera, the Sexy Potato. Joining me once again on yet another project is Susan Chisholm, Nurse Hot Stuff herself.
hello.
Susan, how long has it been?
Too long.
It's been over a year.
It's been over a year at least. Yeah. I think we've been talking about it for a while, but it's over a year since we had our last episode.
I was trying to figure out when that last episode would have been. And I think it's about 15 months since we last. I could be wrong. It could be longer. But whatever it is, here we go again. And so we decided to name it exactly that.
Here we go again. Yes, here we are.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are back and we are here to do a show.
Yes.
And so I'm still trying to figure out all the equipment and stuff, especially because as those of you watching can see, I am not in my home studio. If you've ever followed me on anything I've done, then you know this is not my home studio. This is a hotel room in Arizona, Tempe, Arizona, where, Susan, it is fire hell hot.
Yeah, I was thinking that it's something like 100 and 107 or something like that today.
Yeah, it's
Do not envy
crazy.
you.
Yeah, well, the AC is working, so that's good.
Very
But
good. Yes.
yeah, how have you been since we last did this?
Same old same. Working, having family stuff. My projects recently, thanks to you, I got started up on Mixcloud doing DJ-ish stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just keep on keeping on, kind of thing. Same.
Yeah, we've both kind of been doing our own little projects, and I've got to get used to looking at the camera and not at myself on screen. I'm used to my camera at home, but anyway, that can't be an excuse very long because we'll be doing this way for the next 13 weeks, so 11. Yeah, so things to get used to. But in the meantime, ever since we stopped podcasting the last time, we've both begun with our own separate projects,
Mhm.
but kind of the same. In that I discovered Mixcloud in September of last year
Mhm.
and began a radio show on Mixcloud, KOABD Radio, and it's that kind of took over. And I figured since I'm going to be away from home for quite a while, I'll have time for projects. And so here we are with our new podcast. We talked about how it's going to be about anything and everything, and that's
Yes.
literally what it's going to be about. We're going to actually sort of make it an amalgam of all the different shows that we've done so far over the years,
Yes.
and talk about things like food, movies and shows, music, perhaps. What else?
Yeah, movie shows, wrestling, sometimes on occasion.
Oh yeah, SummerSlam's coming up.
But I think
I have to get that ESPN subscription for a day. So
anywhere, anything, everything, whatever comes to mind.
Exactly. So so here we are, and the hope is to build an audience. Of course, we're going to start from scratch. So if you are watching us on YouTube, then thank you for finding the channel.
Yes.
Thank you. If you're listening on YouTube, on Facebook, thanks so much for stopping by. We're going to work hard over the next few days to really farm out the link, and maybe Susan can put one up on both of our Facebook pages and link up folks. So
see what I can do.
But you are the executive producer still after all this time. But
ta-da!
Yeah, it's backwards, but I hope that's not what they're saying. So
it's listen, use your imagination.
In fact, I can look and see what it looks like because I was on it earlier.
Ta-da!
What do we see?
There you go. Is that better? Ta-da!
Much better. You can take a quick look and see what things are looking like. or maybe not. But yeah, anyway, so here we are, and oh, now it's backwards. So all right, cool. I don't know how to fix it. Do me a favor, go back to go back to what it was before. I'm curious now.
Okay. Put my mirror camera
Oh, we're
back
getting
on.
captions
Ooh.
now. Okay, so yeah, I made a mistake. It's backwards to me, but it is perfect
It's
for everyone at home. So
forwards, forwards to the
what do
viewers.
I know? What do I
Thank
know?
you. But hey, listen, we do what we can. We try to make it the best quality.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm watching the broadcast on Facebook, and it already has or it has captions. So I'll have to look back and see if they really caught stuff
Well,
correctly.
yeah, just watch what we're saying.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, and that's the thing is I'm really I'm finding myself nervous because it's been a while, and I know that sounds silly, but
It does sound silly.
it's been a while since I've done this, and I'm trying to figure out all of the bells and whistles. So we're using a brand new streaming platform, not brand new, but brand new to us. So we're still working out the kinks. But anyway, here we
Yes.
are. And I wanted to start tonight because, or with a certain topic, I want to talk music first because you recently,
Yes.
along with your fam, went to a show. So I wanted you to
Yes.
share with us what exactly was that adventure all about?
So Friday night, Cullen, Evelyn, and I, so my daughter and husband and I, we went to go see AC/DC in concert in San Antonio. It was by Evelyn's request. So she's 18, 18 and a half ish. And she said she had never, I've never gone to a concert before, and I want to go to my first concert. I want to take you guys with me. And she offered Journey or AC/DC. And my first
Right.
question was, how old are you? But it's not typical younger kid style whatever shows. And so you and I had a less than stellar experience at the Journey concert that we went to. So
Right.
we opted to go to the AC/DC concert and had a phenomenal time.
Did she ever tell you why AC/DC? Like why that was one of her choices?
Nope.
Because
She
that's an
liked their music.
interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting show. Well, I mean, she listens, so
Yeah,
yeah.
she knew most of the songs and stuff. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
we had a great time. We had like a 3/4 mile ish walk to and from the vehicle, which was fine because the traffic in and around the Alamo Dome was outrageous, as you well know. People were it was bad. But we really got into it. Like I made us t-shirts using my Cricut. And yeah, it was just a fantastic show. It was her first experience, and she loved it. I had joked with her that I was going to put on the underside of the shirt where you flip it up and it says "Baby's first concert," and she was like, "You should have done that." So now I may end up having to retroactively do that.
Was that her first concert?
It was her first concert. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, first ever concert. So she didn't
Cool.
really know what to expect in terms of like, hey, don't just get up and go after they're saying goodnight because there's an encore. She also
What a way to start, though.
I know. I'm like, it's going to be tough to beat or tough
no kidding.
to match. And she also didn't realize that that AC/DC uses real cannons ish. I mean, like real cannons shooting, kind of blanks and pyro and such.
Right.
So it was great to watch that because she like yelped and jumped in her seat, and I was just giddy.
Yeah.
We were both we were all excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah. First concerts are a thing. I mean, people remember. I still remember my first concert experience was actually Journey many, many years ago.
Oh, right.
And much better. Steve Perry was still with them. And so, yeah, that tells you how far back that was.
It's
but
been a minute.
Yeah, let's not do the math. But yeah, so Journey was an early one. Was my first early shows that I'd been to, gosh, I'm thinking, um, oh gosh, in the early '90s, bands like Stone Temple Pilots, uh, who actually, excuse me, they were opening for Butthole Surfers, and so they weren't even big yet, right?
Right.
And
Okay.
they were at the Sunken Garden Theater in San Antonio, which is a small venue, but it's actually, one of the venues where there was a time when that was sort of one of the hot venues in San Antonio for bands to come to. And so we went to see, we thought Butthole Surfers, we saw that Stone Temple Pilots opened up for them. And they did such a great job that we were done. We're like, okay, we're good. And we didn't even stay for the main show. So we took off.
I
So, gosh,
mean,
let me see. Go ahead.
no, I was to say just that's just the sign of a good performance.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. My favorite concert story to tell, and then I want to hear some of yours, um, was the second Lollapalooza tour. And these days, it's like a one night event. I think maybe it's a weekend event. It's no longer the tour that it started out as back in 1990.
Hmm.
In 1991, Jen and I went to the second Lollapalooza tour. It was headlined by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, included artists like Ice Cube, um, oh gosh, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Jesus and Mary Chain. Gosh, who else? Um, I'm thinking of the band, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Ministry.
Hmm. Okay.
I mean, it was just a who's who, right? And I remember that my favorite part of that whole experience, well, actually two things. Three things. So Jesus and Mary Chain opened,
Hmm.
and you and I have talked often about like first song, last song,
Yep.
and if it's a festival, it's first band, last band, right? And so how important that is to remember.
Okay.
So Jesus and Mary Chain, Pearl Jam was second, and they hadn't yet really broken out. We knew of them, but they weren't really the monster, band that they became.
Hmm.
And the mosh pit was, a place of comfort for Jen back then. And I was comfortable being on the perimeter very close and watching her elbow people. And
Yeah.
she, so we're very close to the stage, right? It's this big field, 30,000 plus people, middle of summer,
Oh.
mind you. Yeah. We were young. At that
Yeah.
point, we're 21 years old. Um, and so, geez, saying it out loud makes it real. I think you took that. We're 21
Mhm.
years old. We're on the you know cusp of the mosh pit right up front. And
Mhm.
Eddie Vedder, when he back then, I don't know if he still does it, maybe not, but he would climb things, right? It's an outdoor concert, and there's this huge stage, and he's climbing one of the columns that are framing the stage, and proceeds to stage dive into the crowd from that high position. And it's literally 30,000 people surge forward, right? And he lands, and like, this is Eddie Vedder's hand, this is Jen. And they literally like,
Just brushed
and,
hands.
and she's all, having the time of her life.
Yes, of
So
course.
that happens. So that's cool. And then another band played. I'm trying to remember which, but I can't. And then we was hot. We needed water. We needed food. And we're like, okay, this next band, we don't really know them. So let's go get food. We went and got food. And years later, I regret that we went to go eat while Soundgarden played. And so,
Oh, dang
yeah,
it. Dang it.
seriously. But my favorite moment out of this, and it was all day long, we got to the final band, which was the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but we were exhausted. And
Yeah.
so we said, okay, as soon as they play Higher Ground, we're done. We're out. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably going to be, somewhere like mid of the show. You know,
Yeah.
when I tell you the first few chords of Higher Ground played as they hit the stage, that was their first song. We were like, yes.
Yes. Let's go home.
We're
Yeah.
like, we're out of here. And
Yep.
so, yeah, it was fun. What about you? What are some of your more memorable shows?
Um,
Mhm.
so I think my first like real concert, we went to see the Blue Man Group, which I think you and I have talked about this. It was like
We might have
back
been at
in
the same show.
we think we might have been at the same show.
Yeah.
Which would have been, I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
Just kind of what a
But
coincidence,
this
right?
would have been way before
Oh
we
yeah, it
met.
would have been 2005, probably like way before I even
Yeah.
would have had any idea of you. Um, so of course that was, that was great. Um, I mean, I know I've been to some smaller venues. I've gotten to see Imogen Heap was one of the artists I got to see in a small venue. I worked for a pharmacy, an small independent pharmacy here in Austin that was one of the sponsors of the Austin City Limits Music Festival, ACL Fest, which everybody is now. It's huge, like 2 weekends because of all the people and everything
Yeah.
like that. And so they used to do, they have a booth of like incidentals, okay, here's, ponchos for whatever, $5 and Band-Aids and little deodorant tubes and stuff like that. Like just, whatever you might need, general store kind
Right.
of thing. And you would, if you wanted to go to ACL,
Mhm.
you would have to volunteer. You work a shift for 4-hour shift, and then you had the entire day. You got in
Oh, wow.
for the entire day. And it was a drawing. So if you said, okay, yes, I want to do that, they put your name in a hat and they drew it out, and then you got to choose as the names are drawn out, you would choose what shift you wanted. So you wanted to be chosen earlier in the drawing so
Right.
that you could have the shift that you wanted, the day that you wanted.
Got it.
And I didn't want to sign up because I never win anything. And my manager at the time was like, he was the one that always ran it. Like that was his thing. He was always in charge of that. And he said, just put your name in the hat. Just do it. And I was like, fine. And I got the second drawn, so I could choose any shift that I wanted. So I did that. I got to go 2 years in a row. The first year, I can barely remember. I know the first year was Coldplay, was headlining on the day that I went, and the second year was Red Hot Chili Peppers, and like Friday afternoon, Friday evening. And then one of my coworkers was like, I don't really feel like going, so if you want to work my shift, like you can have my ticket for Sunday. And so I got to see some really great little kind of smaller artists on Sundays. Are a little bit less, they're a little bit more chill, kind of down tempo sort of thing. So I got to see Ray LaMontagne, just fantastic, kind of like, I guess, jazzy blues. I don't know what you call his music. Yeah, it was a fantastic experience. You and I have gotten to go see some really great artists. Like we got to see Billy Joel twice.
Yep.
Um,
The second time was frustrating because we'd seen the show.
the second time was
It just
frustrating
kept on
also
going.
because there were people right behind us that would not
Well, yeah.
stop talking.
Yeah. Sting
yeah.
was great though that night.
Yeah, Sting was amazing.
That was
the concert that was off, that was just weird, that was, Journey and Def Leppard and Steve Miller Band was the best of the three that played that night.
by far.
Whirlwind concert to go see Ed Sheeran in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? That was
a lot of fun.
Less than 24 hours. I would say that's one of the most, but that's the story I can tell that I'm going to be telling for a while.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, he's a great artist, and that stadium is really nice. So
yeah, Arrowhead Stadium was awesome.
Yeah, we've seen some good ones, and that's the thing. I mean, I always say I'm at an age where I've probably seen my last live shows, or I don't really have an interest. But then something happens, and I'm like, oh, I guess not. So on August 11th here in Arizona, I'll be going to see Toto, which is so funny because I was telling my class and they're like Toto, and I'm like, yeah, they sing Africa, and somebody's like, that's Weezer, and I wanted to fire them, and so yeah, but I get older, my classes get younger, so
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I'll
they
be
do.
seeing in a couple of weeks I'll be seeing Toto, Christopher Cross, and the Romantics,
Mhm.
so quite a bill. The old people, so
Well, it's funny you mentioned Weezer. So Cameron also, has not gone to a concert yet. We've talked to him about, what he wants to do, and there's Weezer is actually going to be in Austin. I think
nice.
3 days after his birthday, something like that. So he's like, maybe that could be my birthday present. Maybe we'll see, because tickets are a little bit pricey.
They're getting crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're getting crazy.
yeah, and it's at the Moody Theater, so it's like a little bit smaller venue than just like the Moody Center, which I mean, so
Not a
smaller,
place
like
to see them.
more intimate. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's cool.
it was a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
I don't know that I'm fully done with concerts, but I am being very selective at this point because ticket prices, first of all, and then there's also, at least for me and kind of for you, there is also the we've reached the point where most of our favorite bands, if they're touring, they're nostalgia tours, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so there is something to be said for, can they still do it? I think of the Air Supply show that we went to, and I
yeah.
introduced you to them, and how there were a couple of moments where, oh, is he going to hit the note? Okay, good enough.
And he did just
And
fine.
so,
Yeah,
yeah, but
or Barry Manilow.
yeah, well,
That was wild.
he was 100%. So,
Yeah, that was wild.
but yeah, but then uh, the singer for Journey, Arnell, I forget his last name, was he's got a great voice. He was just throwing it all over the place, so
Yeah,
it became distracting.
yeah,
Um,
he was trying to embellish it too much.
yeah, and then I thought that'd be the worst of it, but then Joe Elliott, those pipes just aren't like they used to be. So
No, no,
Def Leppard was only okay, and we left halfway through. So
yeah, and the sound was off. I remember
it
that
was, yeah,
because we were like, does he have the microphone in his mouth? Like what?
yeah,
What is happening here? Yeah, I do recall that.
yeah.
Not having a good time there.
But concerts do, they create those core memories.
They
For
do.
me to be able to recall concerts from years ago. I mean, I remember seeing Richard Marx the year he broke out. Again,
Mhm.
Sunken Gardens, very small theater, but huge crowd, and he was fantastic. I'd love to. Oh, actually, I did see him again. Yeah, with Rick Springfield. They did a double bill. Jen and I went to go see them. So those are the kind of things that if they come around, then yeah, okay, maybe I'll go.
Yeah,
But yeah, concerts become this kind of core memories in our minds. So if you're watching and you want to comment, whether you're listening live or on demand, we'd love to know what shows are memorable to you. What
yeah,
concerts do you remember going to and that you see as some of your favorites, or maybe those core memory moments you take with you? Because I think everyone should experience a live concert, live music at
yep.
some point. I remember driving all the way out to New Orleans. You're talking about whirlwind. I left on a Friday to arrive in New Orleans the next day. I split up the drive. Now I know I can do it all in one shot, but um,
Yeah.
went to the what is it? It's in New Orleans. The oh gosh, the jazz festival that they have there
Okay.
um, every year, and Foo Fighters was headlining the afternoon segment of it on a Saturday. And so I'd never seen them in concert, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going. So I
Hmm.
got to see Foo Fighters. It was after their Wasting Light album, and it was fantastic. Absolutely, I mean, they didn't, and that's one of the only shows where I was like, they didn't open with a song I wanted them to open to. They didn't play a song I wanted to hear, like, but overall, it was a great experience. So yeah, I'll go lengths to see a band. So
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah, and you always that's one of the things that, like you said, we are talking about which song, like what's the opening, what's the closing, kind
yeah,
of where yeah. So where is it going
yeah.
there?
Yeah, I mean, and then when we see a show like Elton John where he has a bit of an intermission, and
Hmm.
he comes back with Funeral for a Friend and Love Lies Bleeding. I'm like, what a perfect segue. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm all about people. I'll ask them, okay, what did they open with? What did they close with? What was the
Yep.
encore?
I
So
do. I remember that. You're the message that you sent me right before we got started. You're like, tell me what the opening. So I was like, I will tell you. I promise. So yeah,
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It was good.
Excellent. All right. Well, as we continue this journey on this show, we today's episode, obviously we're kind of feeling our way through. We've done this before, but it's still just kind of figuring things out as we go. But I
Yeah.
want to introduce one of our segments that I'm going to be doing as part of the show.
Okay.
And one of the things that people will get used to is that not every segment is going to appear on every show. And
Right.
so if we may be introducing new segments 4 or 5 weeks from now because we're just going to find the time to bring it in, right? And
It's whatever
so,
we want.
yeah, exactly. In fact, I forgot to do a banner for this, so oops. But let me see if I can put one on real quick. We're going to call this one Not a Recent Movie Review. So,
Right.
not a
Yes.
recent movie review. So, I
Not
can't
a
type because of the way I have my microphone. So, yeah, so the segment's going to be called Not a Recent Movie Review. Because I don't want to do movie reviews of fresh movies because our buddy Paul Britton, who is the host of Reel to Real Talk, which make sure you
Mhm.
guys check him out on YouTube. He's going to take care of the more recent business of movie segments or movie reviews. So I recently watched a movie, and by recently I mean 2 days ago, that came out. I want to say it was 2025, or maybe it was earlier this year. I forget,
Mhm.
but it really was impressive, and no one will be surprised about the fact that it was impressive because, as you're about to see, the star of that film was one Denzel Washington. The movie was Highest to Lowest, and it's also a Spike Lee film,
Mm.
and so it's one of those things where we are we're able to get into the mood of watching a movie that, um, in my case, it took me a long time to get to it because when I first heard about it,
Mhm.
I don't know what it was. It wasn't anything about the film itself or the, director actor. I think life was just really, really busy. And so I finally got a chance to watch it while I was here in Arizona a couple of days ago. And if you're a fan of Denzel Washington, then you're going to really enjoy the film. If you're a fan of Spike Lee, I mean, together they've done some amazing work over the years, and this one hits just as well. The
Mhm.
story is a story of a music mogul played by Denzel Washington
Mhm.
that finds himself in a position where his son gets kidnapped, and
Okay.
he is trying to buy his way back into his the studio that he created, and he's put the money together by investors and so forth to repurchase his controlling stock in this studio that he created many years before. And so he gets a call that his son has been kidnapped and has a moral dilemma of, well, initially it's like, okay, no, I'll pay the ransom, but then the twist, and this is not giving anything away, the twist is that it wasn't his son that was kidnapped. It was the son of his brother. And so it's one of those situations where now he's like, well, that's not my kid. So I'm not going to pay the
Hmm.
ransom. Yeah. And just when you think that that's the crux of the whole film, it keeps going. And so the story has a couple of cool twists. The acting, Jeffrey Wright, Denzel Washington are
Mhm.
phenomenal in this movie. And the story itself just keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time. Plus, there is some amazing music that is played throughout, which is, one of the qualities of a Spike Lee film is that the music is always going to be amazing.
Mhm.
And it's also a celebration of New York City. It's almost like the city is a character in the film kind of thing.
Mhm.
And so it's it's quite an homage to the city of New York and to music and it just is a fantastic, fantastic movie. And so I'm not going to steal taco ratings from Real to Real Talk, but I will say this is a high recommend. I really suggested people check it out. You can find it on Apple TV and or Apple TV Plus, however you call whatever it's called.
Yeah, Apple. Yeah, whatever it is.
Is it Apple Plus? Whatever.
I don't
We
know.
should probably learn these things, Susan.
I don't watch enough TV for that to matter to me.
I was talking about myself, but yeah, no. And so no, that's a high recommend. Highest to lowest. Check it out on Apple Plus, and yeah, it's fantastic. So
Yay!
I really enjoyed it.
All right, good. Yeah, it's Apple
yeah.
TV Plus. I had to look it up.
Thank you. Yeah, there's so many movies that I'm so behind on.
Mhm.
And so I may go way back. Like it doesn't have to be like something in the last year. I may just go back and be like, hey, let's talk about Waterworld or The 13th Warrior. And so I'm glad to see it still gets the same reaction.
Fired.
Yeah.
You are fired.
Have you watched anything recently that you enjoy or have enjoyed?
I don't really watch a whole lot of movies or TV. I've been playing a lot of video games.
Well, tell me about that. What are you playing?
So we're still going with our Red Dead Redemption online role-playing server. Our co-owners, I guess, also created a kind of Grand Theft Auto offshoot, still role-playing. So we play a little bit of that. We play our typical little fighting games. Gunfighting games, shoot 'em.
Yeah.
And Cullen and I picked up. We had played Enshrouded a long time ago, which is just kind of a is survival, but it's just a environment. And then he mentioned that we found one on Epic that's called Nightingale, which is the same premise. So it's very like collect and build and then move forward in the story. But it's more steampunk style.
Okay.
Like for example, you don't have like in Enshrouded to get off of a high place, you have a glider that you have built and you can fly down. In Nightingale, it's an umbrella. You coast down with an umbrella. So
I have seen that. Yeah. I looked up the game. I have it actually. I just haven't had a chance to play it. So maybe I'll join you sometime.
Yeah, and we have.
Of course, y'all are probably way far ahead of me. So
we purchased a server, a dedicated server from G Portal that allows us to we can play on the same world. I don't have to. So Cullen doesn't have to be online in order for me to be able to get in the. If I'm like, okay, well, I want to go reorganize all the, I don't know, treasure chests or whatever. I want to reorganize what's in them and I want to put them in better places.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be home. His computer doesn't have to be on. I can get on and just go.
Well,
and same thing with Enshrouded. So we've got a little bit of
guys in your servers.
Yeah, it's yeah. Let's see what else I've been playing again. Yeah, bang bang shoot 'em ups.
Yeah. We need to get back to a couple of games ourselves. I know that you and I started playing Evil West a while back. And we've played, you don't even remember. Wow. We also were
Evil
playing
West.
Yeah, it's the vampires. It was you're fighting vampires in the Old West. So
okay.
Cool. That's my core memory. So
I don't recall that at all.
yeah, you played it with me one time.
Okay.
And
Maybe
so,
one
yeah,
time.
maybe that's why. But but we were also playing what was it called? Rain of Sands.
Atlas
Fallen. Yeah. So at this point, I probably have to start over to know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's my problem with video games. Is if I go away from them far enough, it's like, what was I doing? And why am I going over there? So I jumped into Diablo 4 a couple of nights ago, and I'm like, I think I know where I'm at. I think I know what I'm doing. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that's one of those ones that you could just jump into anytime.
Yeah, that's probably true. But so I will say I discovered a game yesterday that I'm really looking forward to playing.
Hmm.
It's called Hell Clock. It just came out on Steam,
Hmm.
and it is a very similar style to Diablo. Those sort of cameras up above, and you're traversing the landscape and so forth.
Yeah.
And I only played a few minutes, but what I love about it is that all of the dialogue is in Brazilian Portuguese, and so it's all, of course, subtitled. It
Okay.
is based on a story of a massacre that happened in Paraguay back in the 1800s, and so and it really is, to call it cartoonish is an unfair way to describe it, but it's not. It's very I don't even know what style it is, but the artwork is so unique. And as you're watching it, you know, as you begin traversing the landscape,
Yeah.
the artwork really stands out as beautiful but unique, and that it's not like that really high resolution graphics that you see in modern games and so forth. But
Yeah.
it doesn't take away from the experience. So just a few minutes I played, I'm like, okay, I need to go back to this when I'm fully awake because it was late, and I was just so taken by the language, like the dialogue being not English. There is English apparently in it, at some point, but yeah, and so having to pay attention to the subtitles is a new thing for me, right? Because the whole game is in a different language. So,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
like that. I like that a lot. I'll have to
yeah,
check
it's
into
really
that one.
cool. Yeah, check it out. Hell Clock is what it's called, and yeah, video games are fun. Definitely playing video games while I'm here. So
Which platform is it on?
all of the stuff I have is on Steam. So if
Okay.
I ever mention it, it's on Steam.
It's on Steam. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got
All right. Well, we want to say to our thank you to our not sponsor, V8 Energy.
it.
So
I love
I think
those so much.
instead of sponsors, we're going to feature not sponsors. So, but yeah. So I have to bring something up that you're probably going to laugh at, but
Uh-oh.
you introduced me to an anime
I did.
recently.
Yes, I
You know
did.
where I'm going.
I do.
So, one of the things that I hope we can explore going forward, I've done a show on YouTube called Episode One.
Episode 1. Yes.
I very much want to return. I'm really excited about podcasting again with you, Susan, because it's kind of lit the fire under me for some of my other projects.
Good.
There'll be some new a taste of the food life videos soon.
That's exciting.
Have you ever heard of Dirty Soda, by the way?
Yes, I have.
Okay, all right. Next week we're gonna arrange to do a tasting.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay, so more to come on that. So make sure you click that subscribe button
Yes,
and
please.
come on back. So yeah, but what I was saying was that episode one is a show that I used to do where it was exactly that. I would watch episode one of a show, talk about it, recommend it or not, right?
Right. Right. Right.
You recently introduced me to an anime, and I've been trying to get into anime for a long time,
Yes.
and I've done fairly well with a couple of the more familiar names: Attack on Titan,
Hmm.
uh, Demon Slayer, Up Man. Oh no, I'm sorry, One Punch Man.
I was like,
One Punch Man. Sorry, One Punch
One
Man.
Punch Man. Yeah.
But you introduced me to Food Wars.
Food. Okay. Now I can't take full credit for it. I can only take
Also,
partial credit because Cullen introduced me to it and was also whenever you said, "Hey, make me some recommendations," that was one that he recommended
okay.
as well. So
If,
can't
if
blame me.
if people are watching and they know it, then they know just how ridiculously hilarious the show is.
Yeah.
And I'm invested. Okay, so it's great in terms of the story. It's great in terms of the art, but it is just out there
Yeah.
in its
Yeah.
subject matter. And we're gonna have to continue, you know, making because you and I have found ways to get together and watch it at the
Mhm.
same time.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
so, but
Watch parties.
what I would like to do for this show is episode ones of other animes. And I'll be the first to say I understand enough about animes now that there's no way to fully judge an anime on
Nope.
one episode, right?
Nope.
But maybe we discuss first impressions. right? Even if it's a show you've seen or maybe it's one that we both haven't seen, because my blind spot for anime is pretty much the entire genre, right?
Yeah, same. And
So
I adamantly refuse to watch anime for a good chunk of my life.
yeah. So I thought what we could do is, maybe every so often we'll check an episode out, or maybe I can bring one and say, hey, here's what I saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, because anime is one of those things where, again, blind spot for me, but it's really rich in terms of its its history, its scope
Yes.
as a genre. There's so
Yes.
many styles, right?
Yes.
And so yeah, so I thought it'd be cool to kind of like just explore here and there and talk about what we experience, or if it's just one of us, whatever the case might be. And
Yeah.
so if you're watching, which we hope you are,
Please.
don't hesitate to make suggestions. Just remember, there's going to be a limit, because I understand there's styles of it that go beyond what we would talk about on this show.
Yeah.
So just kind of keep that in mind.
There's
But
definitely some out there that are
yeah, I
out
know enough to
there.
know. Yeah, that we would have to be like, I mean, Food Wars is right on the edge, and so
Yeah. It's bordering on ridiculous. In
oh,
the
it's
best
already
way.
ridiculous.
It is.
So,
But it's not a bad thing. It's not a
some
bad
would debate,
ridiculous.
but yeah. So yeah, I want to do a version of episode 1,
Mhm.
segments, um, but make anime the focus. And then maybe down the road we switch genres, or we switch types of
Yeah,
shows, whatever.
absolutely.
But maybe now and then you and I could agree to watch one and then bring our thoughts on each episode. So
Yeah,
what do you think?
absolutely. I
All right,
like the
cool,
idea.
excellent. All right, am I keeping you from anything you wanted to share?
No, I'm just happy to be here, going with the
You're just
flow.
here. I'm just here for the ride. All right, cool. Well, I have one last segment for us,
Okay.
and this is not going to happen every week. This is just one of those things where I'm like, you know what, I want to talk about this.
Okay.
And so the name of this probably one-time segment is people shouldn't be there. Okay.
Okay.
So you'll see what I mean. In fact, I'm just going to give you a quick snippet to kind of give you the sense of what this segment is about. So give me just a moment while I bring it up.
Okay. People
Again,
should be.
the title of the segment is "People Shouldn't Be There." Do you get the reason for the name?
I do. I do.
What goes through your mind when you see stuff like this? Because again, to each their own, but
No,
people shouldn't be there.
people shouldn't be there. I'm afraid of heights,
You
as it
same,
is,
same.
and
Yeah,
like looking down. I know that there are clearly safety ropes,
right.
and there's got you've got looks like a rope on the left hand side where you can clip.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Think about what it took. Look at those rails on the outside. Think about what it took to install those. Like, you couldn't pay me enough.
No, me
There's
neither.
no way.
Absolutely
So
not.
yeah, so that's just kind of give you a sense of why I'm calling it "People Shouldn't Be There." So
People shouldn't
give
be
me a
there.
moment, and
Don't
I'm
do
going
that.
to share a few more with you, and I just want to hear your thoughts.
Mm-mm-mm.
Let's start with I had a couple of cool ones. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, here's one. This guy, his name is Nick Chappelle, and let me go
Okay.
ahead and
The name sounds familiar. You might have sent me a video.
Huh? Oh, probably, I'm sure. Um, okay, so here's this guy. Bring him up. And the fact that they do this is already for me like, what the hell? But then they're filming content, right? So here we go. Oh, let me bring the sound up here. All right, here we go. All right, it's not. I remember how to work stuff. Let's try this again.
I was like, wait, what's? I don't have
I'm
any
out of
sound.
I'm out of practice. All right, here we go.
At least you unmuted your microphone.
You're hilarious.
I am. I know.
All right, let's try this. Maybe it will, or maybe it won't.
Okay.
Yep.
No.
Okay, but listen, I don't need sound to know that this
No,
people shouldn't be here.
because the only sound that I can really hear is my brain going, no, 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 get down, get down,
Uh,
get down.
I can tell
talking-
you that in this video, he's like, "Oh my God, look how far I have to go." Don't. Did you
No,
hear
you
that?
don't. No, you don't. Look how far you have to go down. That's a far way down. You know where I'm going to
Wait,
be? In a little
do you
cafe
happen
at
to
the
hear the
bottom,
sound on that, by the way?
having some. No sound.
No.
I hear nothing.
Okay, because I heard it on my. So interesting. But yeah, but you can see he's like backwards and forwards on this thing, and it's
I listen. I walk down the hospital hallways, smooth, flat hospital hallways, and I still trip and almost fall. I trip over the floor.
right. Yeah, I get
I
it.
would not survive that climb. I wouldn't make it halfway up that climb.
Well, that's the thing.
I would
If I
fall.
did get up there, I would freeze at some point.
I
Um,
I got up. I tried to get up on top. So there was a time that Colin and I were down in Florida with his parents' house, um, helping do some stuff, helping do some repairs. And I was like, yeah, I'll help on the roof. No big deal. So I got one foot on the roof and one foot was still on the ladder. And I physically could not move. I could not bring myself up
that
onto
would
the
be
roof.
me.
I couldn't do it.
That would definitely be me.
It was comical because I was like, I can't move. And Colin's like, okay, well just go back down. I was like, I can't move. He's like, okay, we'll come up. I'm like, I cannot move. I can't go up. I cannot go down. I cannot move. And so
Uh,
I don't even know exactly what he did or said, but it was like, okay, I'm going back down. So I was able to slowly creep my way back down, but my knees were shaking. I was like, I'm
all
gonna
right.
dig a hole. Let me go in further into the ground. let me go negative height.
Yeah. Well, and so we talked about how I'm jokingly calling this segment "People Shouldn't Be Here," and we talked a moment ago about how, hey, what about the people who are having to build this stuff, right, and install the stuff? But
Yeah.
here's an example of maybe people did need to be here because they carved stone into stairs.
But it's
That's bad
slippy.
enough. And
It's
watch this guy.
slippy. I would fall. I would just go whoop, right off the mountain.
Your mic went out, but
I I'm
you
just saying,
you get my point.
right off the mountain. Just
Yeah.
straight to jail.
All right, so that was people shouldn't be here.
People should
So
be there.
yeah,
No.
it's an interesting world we live in, and the things that people do.
You know, I
And again,
am happy to support people doing that. I'm happy for you to be able to do that. I will not be following.
I do not need to subject myself to that.
No. I will
Yeah,
watch
so
from down here.
that's one of the rabbit holes that I go down. Um,
Mhm.
I made a post recently about how I am now skilled at hoof trimming and transmission deconstruction. And
Yes.
um, what's your latest rabbit hole?
All of the above. I mean, you and I send videos back and forth about the transmissions and about
Right.
we used to send hoof trimming videos. Uh
And we've gone through it so many.
my camera. I'm trying to think. I mean, I just kind of go back and forth, of course.
Well, okay, so then I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you remember the video I sent you a couple of days ago? And it was basically the guy was just putting different segments of color onto what I guess was resin or plastic.
Yeah, it's the
So what was he
rolling
doing?
thingy. He's blending the colors on the plastic on the roller wheels.
Okay, but what is that eventually used for then?
It looks like
You know?
vinyl strips, so it looks like you would probably, make it into vinyl flooring, vinyl walls.
Oh, okay.
I could not
I was thinking
honestly
maybe it
tell
was
you.
like molded into something. You
It
know?
could that could very well be, because it to me it looks like some kind of either like vinyl. It's like, if maybe you're right. Maybe it's like a a vacuum press, vacuum mold type
Yeah.
of situation. I don't know, but I always like watching. I love watching those. I love watching the color blending videos, because it's like,
Yeah.
what color is it going to be? I don't know.
Yeah. So what I thought we might do on future episodes is, hey, is there a rabbit hole video that you want to share?
Heck yeah.
And we'll just have some fun with it. So we're going to be
Yeah.
doing all kinds of stuff here on the show. And Susan, I'm excited
Whatever
to
we
be
want.
back in the mix with you.
Me too.
So thanks for holding on to that sign behind you. So
Yay. Hey, listen, this is not just a plaque on the wall, man. That is a very proud title of mine.
that's right. KOABD Productions is in full swing. So as we get ready to get out of here, just want to say thank you to all of you who might have stopped in while we were live. And if you are watching this later on demand, thank you for checking it out.
Yes, thank
We're
you.
going to do our best to promote more this time, because
Yes.
we have a lot to say and we want folks to hear it. So with that in mind, Susan, where can these fine folks find you?
So basically, anywhere and everywhere, I am Nurse Hot Stuff. So you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Nurse Hot Stuff. You can find me on mixcloud.com/Nurse Hot Stuff. There is also an Etsy store, in case you're ever wondering why Nurse Hot Stuff. Where did that come from? So it's nursehotstuffdesigns.etsy.com. You can get some fresh, delicious salsa and spicy jams and jellies and other cool stuff. Yeah, basically
What's
that.
the most recent creation you've done on your salsa?
In terms of salsa,
Your spicy salt, I think, was your latest creation, and that was
yes,
pretty
fire
dang good.
salt. It's called
Fire salt.
fire salt. Yes. So
That is
it's got all kinds of peppers. It goes Serrano, habanero that I dried, Carolina Reapers that I dried, and scorpion peppers. I dried all of them and I put them in a blender with some salt and some onion powder. Or I guess actually I dried the onions. I made onions. And it was delightful. It is delightful and spicy.
nice.
It's very
Yeah,
good.
I still use it at home. Your tester version. So
Yeah. He's part of
all
my
right,
R&D, part of my R&D.
that's right. That's right. As for myself, I also am on Mixcloud. You can find me at mixcloud.com/the sexy potato. KOABD Radio is the name of the station. I'll be doing a show a little later this evening. But also, don't forget, follow, as Susan said, follow her there as well.
Please.
Nurse Hot Stuff. She's playing some great music. And yeah,
Yeah, I go crazy on my themes. So
we both do. So also, you can head on over to my YouTube channel, The Taste of the Food Life. There's already 250 some odd videos there. So very soon I'll be releasing new content for A Taste of the Food Life. So I want to encourage you to check it out. And also on Facebook, I am The Sexy Potato. So if you want to follow, please feel free to do so. And on Instagram, I'm going to get better at being on Instagram real soon. Search
yeah.
Potato on Instagram is where you can find me. And yeah, so yeah, if you follow us, great. If you don't, do me a favor, at least follow us here on Here
Yes.
We Go Again on YouTube. And yeah, we're going to keep broadcasting to Facebook for a while, just to kind of help people find us and know where to go.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know that we've decided that Monday nights is the thing for now. Susan, what do you think?
I mean, it's really kind of dependent upon, your schedule. Mondays tend to be, I usually go Monday at 7 o'clock is when my radio show is. But I am happy to shift that around. Whatever works best for the schedule for both of us. I'm happy to be there.
Well, we will figure it out. And when we figure it out, we will let you guys know through our social media, and we'll find other ways to post information as well. But we want to say, as we always do, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
It's been a fun first episode. Ooh, episode 1.
Episode 1.
Maybe we should review ourselves.
No. I'm my harshest critic, so.
So always same. So I get it. But we thank you so much for joining us here on the show. We will keep you posted as to what our schedule will look like going forward,
Yes.
especially with myself being on the road. Be here another 4 weeks here in Arizona, and then 6 weeks in Houston. So we'll figure things out. But in the meantime, we leave you as we always do with the encouragement to remember that love is for everyone. So love yourself, love one another, and don't forget, you're awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you are in it. We will see you real soon once again here on Here We Go Again. Good night, Susan. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.